a very warm welcome to our musical selection for this month from the congregation of Duffers, Spiney and Hopeman. We hope you enjoyed last month's. We've got some more selections today. Later on we're going to hear from Grace, who will be bringing a stirring Welsh hymn to our selection, and shortly we're going to hear from Ron too. Before we do, please do remember, if you've got your own musical favourite and you'd like to let us know, send it in on email. There's the email address at the bottom of the screen. Think of something you'd like to hear. For now, we're going to go across to Ron. We met up earlier at Begrow Farm.
Welcome to the garden at Begrow.
It's lovely to be here. And you've chosen the next hymn for us. It's one that we didn't have in the archive, so we're going to do a rendition of it especially for you. And tell us a little bit about some of the words and how you reflected on that.
Well, it's from CH4, hymn number 543. Now, I didn't choose it because it's easy to remember. I chose it because each verse has such a meaning for the time we're living in at this point. It's not an old hymn. It was written by Bernadette Farrell, who was only born in 1957, so it's really very new, but it's just so appropriate for this time.
Beautiful words and a lovely melody as well, very uplifting.
Well, we're all living through this dreadful time just now, and longing for light, we wait in the darkness. Longing for truth, we turn to you. Make us your own, your holy people, light for the world to see. Longing for peace, our world is troubled. Longing for hope, many despair. Your word alone has power to save us. Make us your living voice. Longing for food, many are hungry. Longing for water, many still thirst. Make us your bread broken for others, shared until all are fed. Longing for shelter, many are homeless. Longing for warmth, many are cold. Make us your building, sheltering others, walls made of living stone. Many the gifts, many the people, many the hearts that yearn to belong. Let us be servants to one another, making your kingdom come. And the chorus. Christ be our light, shine in our hearts, shine through the darkness. Christ be our light, shine in your church, gathered today.
Thank you, Ron. A wonderful choice, and as you say, words worthy of us reflecting on.
Well, that's right. We're so lucky where we live and how we live, and each verse touches the heart. We as a congregation have been very generous over the years, and at this time it's difficult to have the congregation coming together and giving. But I would just like to remind you all that Christian Aid envelopes are always available from Sheila or from Heather Mitchell. And, if you would like an envelope, please get in touch. But that's really why I chose this song. And we have used it a couple of times at men's group. It has a little more meaning to me as well. The men like it as well. Back in the day when we had such things as men's group.
Well, let's hope for that again, and we can all sing it together. So
long for the day.
We will. And shall we listen to it now?
Would love to.
Okay. Longing for light.
Longing for light, we wait in darkness. Longing for truth, we turn to you. Make us your own, your holy people, light for the world to see. Christ be our light,
Thanks, Ron, for choosing that, and to Michael and Sophie for lending their vocal talents. And if you go along to the Christian Aid website, you can find further details there of how you can give, if you want to their Thank You for the Vaccination programme. We often categorise things, music being one such: rock, pop, classical, jazz, religious. And music, like anything else, doesn't always fit neatly into categories. This next choice being a case in point. It would have been 1979 when I first heard this on the radio, and it really cut through amongst some of the classics in the top 10 of Hello, This Is Joni, Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick and YMCA, as something quite different. And later when I saw Elton John perform this on Top of the Pops, it reinforced that. This really was a piece apart. It's not religious as such, and it's a reflective piece written by Elton John. He'd written it at his home in Windsor, and later found out, sadly, that a young chap at the record company that he owned had died in a motorcycle accident that same day. So it went on to be called Song for Guy. And as I say, it's not heard much these days, but it's a lovely piece to reflect and to think to. And I was reflecting and thinking it's a year on since the pandemic struck, and we would in a week's time be meeting at St Peter's Old Kirk in Duffus to celebrate the Easter Sunday morning. We're still unable to do that, but I've put in some pictures of St Peter's along with the tune Song for Guy as a reflection, as a time to say thanks and hope for better. So for our next choice, I'm pleased to say we're joined by Grace. Hello, Grace.
Hello there, Chris.
By the wonders of technology, and I have to say first of all, Grace, thank you for your patience this afternoon. We've not quite had the connection that we'd like, but you've stuck around and you're with us now, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Good. And it's a fine day, and I see you've got a picture of the cathedral in the background as well. So we're in the right spirit for singing, and you're going to tell us a little bit about what you've chosen this afternoon.
Yes, I've chosen "Guide Me, O Thou Great Jehovah" to the tune "Come Ronda." The church that we went to in Morecambe when we moved it there in the 1940s. It was a congregational church, and the minister was Welsh, and so we used to sing a lot of the Welsh tunes. And I remember sitting there one night, and the atmosphere in the church was terrific. It was more or less packed, of course, in those days, just after the war, and the congregation was standing up and singing out at full throttle, and I thought, this really could lift the roof off. And I've enjoyed the Welsh hymns ever since.
So thank you, Grace, for that choice, and we're going to hear it from the Welsh Evangelical Movement, who have made available some of their wonderful congregational singing, and we're going to listen to that together now. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you, Grace, so much for your perseverance with the technology and for your excellent choice this afternoon. So we're here at the 11th hour in your lovely garden, Heather, getting ready for the spring, and it's looking like, you'll have quite your hands full for a while. And we were keen to hear from you because you put a really good request in, one appropriate for Easter, which you can tell us about now.
It's called The Power of the Cross. It's a modern hymn by Stuart Townend and Keith Getty, but it's a very powerful song.
And it's got a lot to say to us at this time, particularly of Easter. Do you want to tell us a little bit about how it fits in and emphasises the story?
I just think it really sums up the good news of the gospel, and how through Jesus' death on the cross that we can be saved if we give our lives to him. And I found a really interesting little quote from Stuart Townsend about the song, why he wrote it. He said, "I feel it's important we understand our faith is not merely a philosophy, a series of transcendent thought about what God might be like, or even a collection of fables and allegories. Our faith is rooted in history, in things that have actually happened on this planet and are backed up by the evidence. We have a true story to tell," and I think that's the importance of the Easter story.
Thank you, Heather, for that choice, and we'll listen to that in just a moment. Before we do, a reminder, if anyone wants to get in touch, there is the email in your selections for next month, and we'll look forward to receiving those. And now let's listen to The Power of the Cross to finish. If you click on the link, that should take you straight there. Till next time, God bless and take care.